Hey there folks, my name is Luke. This is the Outdoor Gear Review. Now today, I am out for an overnight adventure at my secret location. Hi Susie.
Hi. You guys can't forget about me. That's right, I'm along on this adventure with Luke.
Oh yeah.
So I'm super excited, I can't wait.
Let's do this.
Yes.
So Susie's filling out the paperwork for our permits here. We're about to head off into the backcountry. Now, let's go back in time 1 hour ago and it was freaking snowing here. Humongous, gigantic flakes. Very impressive. Right now, it's pretty darn cold. We're looking at about 34 degrees. Now, I say it's cold compared to yesterday where it was like 72. So, Susie, how you doing today?
Great. I'm doing great. I didn't think the trip was going to happen, so I was a little bit disappointed because we have had really warm weather and tons of rain. And this was the first day that the temperatures were transitioning back to colder weather, but we still have had the rain off and on all day. So we were trying to, wait for it to go away because you can't film in the rain. It's very hard. We don't want to risk messing up the camera. We're trying to come up with a solution for that in the future, but it's really hard because, as you guys know, the GoPro just has terrible sound and it just doesn't make a good quality video.
And I destroyed that piece of crap in that overnight adventure with the flash flooding.
Oh yeah, there's that. There's the fact that the one that we do have is broke, so.
Right.
Anyway, when we leave the house, it's actually sprinkling and then it gets heavier. And then we come to our secret camping spot and it's snowing. So I'm not kidding about that. We pull in and it's snowing. We hung out in the car for at least 30 minutes debating, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And like, why is it snowing? I mean, the forecast it did not say anything about snow.
They're so off.
They are so off.
They have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't know who's messing with the weather, but the meteorologist cannot forecast it anymore.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but now I'm great because it started. So, babe.
Yeah.
How about a little bit of coffee?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gotta quit teasing you.
Yeah, she's been teasing me all day about this. I'm not a happy camper. I'm 3 or 4 days in with no coffee, and I'm very crabby.
Aww.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as like giving up cigarettes, but I'm still unhappy.
But we are camping, so
yes,
you can be happy.
Okay. Yeah, I am happy about that.
Okay, I won't tease you anymore. I'm sorry. I'll be supportive.
Yeah, right.
No, I will.
I can't have coffee for a medical reason, and I will tell you guys why that is shortly. So, folks, what do you guys think about this pack here? Now, of course, I'm only hiking downhill right now, but I have to say that I really, really like this pack. Tactical, military grade, it's from Israel, and I like it a lot. Now, the pack on my back is from Sabra Gear. Hopefully I'm saying that right. There's a possibility I'm saying that wrong, but this is the Sting pack. First day out with it, and I love it. It is awesome. It is incredibly comfortable. Susie, what do you think about your pack?
I love it. I love everything about it. I love the color.
Oh, that color is so nice.
Yeah.
I love that. This is the Fjallraven Kaiga, and this is the woman's version. That is UN Blue, and I love it. That is a great looking pack.
Found it used on eBay. The woman that we bought it from was so sweet and included a note. And anyway, it had a phone number. We tried texting some pictures. We never heard back, but that's okay. It's still a cool pack, and I'm sure she took it on lots of adventures, and so have I.
All right, so Susie with her hawk vision has spotted something over here amongst the leaves. What is?
I don't know what it is.
Is that an old stove? Or is it a suitcase?
It's like metal.
Oh, okay. So check out the difference that 15 minutes can make. The fog is departing. Oh yeah. I honestly didn't think that we were going to be able to do this trip, but I am so glad that we are out and about. I don't know about you, but the inner wolf definitely needed out to explore.
I've been dying to get out. The inner Mrs. Wolf needed out bad.
Now, as you guys can tell, my face does look a little bit different, doesn't it?
A tad bit. Oh, I'm full of stories today. I have another story about that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you explain why that your face is like that.
Okay, well, as some of you know, I like to make bets with my son, and this is one of those situations where we made a bet. I lost. I should have never have bet on Joe Frazier. So he is now in control of my facial hair. So I'm basically shaving my face the way that he wants me to. So what you're seeing here, this is what he wanted.
So Luke and Lucas are always having bets on boxing matches. They watch boxing weekly. And what is so funny about this is this happened right before we were gonna go get a duplicate driver's license so we could like update our pictures and get what's called the real ID. So the day before this happened, and so what had happened is with his driver's license, the picture was like over, I don't know, what would you say, 10 years?
Oh, yeah.
Or something, because like you can renew your driver's license online in North Carolina and they just use the same picture that they have on file. So his picture hadn't been updated in over 10 years and he looked really young. He comes out with his new driver's license. He looks even younger than the previous picture. We're both laughing our butts off. How did you manage that? You came out looking even younger, you know?
Right.
It was just too funny.
This is gonna be a bear of a trek back up. Folks, you guys have no idea what is in store for us tomorrow morning at roughly 3 o'clock a.m. I don't know about you, but I'm warming up. Are you getting warmer?
A little bit.
This is so incredibly pretty. I mean, the sun is over here coming out, kind of drying things out. This is our playground for the evening. Check this out, everyone. I tell you, it does feel amazing out. The temperature is definitely going up. It was roughly 35 degrees when we got here, and I'd say it's probably mid 40s, something like that. It may go up all the way up to 52 degrees by this afternoon. Tonight, the temperature is supposed to drop down to roughly 28 degrees. It may be even colder than that on top of the mountain. And in the morning, that is where we are headed. Susie, why don't you tell them why that is?
Okay, so the plan for tomorrow morning is we're gonna hike up out of this cove, back to where we parked, and then we're gonna hike to the top of another mountain, and we wanna catch the sunrise for you guys, and it is going to be epic.
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 Taking a short break here, basically to take off some more layers. Are you hot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally warmed up enough.
Same here. What do you think about this trail so far?
Love it.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
Love it. The last time that we hiked out here, there were like, what, 6-8 inches of snow?
Yeah.
So it's nice to see the trail and see what it's like, because last time it was just nothing but deep snow.
Yep, that's it. When we showed up here, there wasn't a single car in the parking lot. This entire place is ours. I highly doubt, I will bet $100 that we see no one today or tomorrow. Now, as you saw on my pack there, official outdoor gear review patches, and they are sweet. Currently, they are sold out, but we have more on the way. Make sure to check the support us page. You will find a link down below, and you will find all sorts of outdoor gear review merch, just in case you want it. With the channel here, we purchased 98% of all the gear that you see, so we could test it out and give you guys real world feedback honest reviews every single time. That's the only way to be. We have no store. We don't sell anything other than some merch.
And the other reason we do that is everyone was wanting stickers and patches. So we decided that would be cool for anyone that donates. You get one of those items in return.
Sure.
Yeah, we just rely on supporters. I mean, everyone's a supporter. When you watch our videos, you support us. You know, we have patrons from Patreon. Everyone is just super supportive and it's awesome.
Yeah. So with that being said, thank you all. It's definitely deeper than it was before, eh?
It is, yeah.
Yep. So I will lead the way.
Okay.
Obstacle number 1, done.
Yeah, you know, I have waterproof boots on, but you're always kind of curious, like...
You don't really want to test that out if you don't have to.
I don't want it to fail. I saw a waterfall that we need to go to, so we're going to detour.
Yep, we are going off trail to check this out. Let's go. Susie is quite the explorer, folks. Whenever we are out and about, she is the first one to say, hey, let's go over there. Let's break the law and hop that fence.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, don't act
Don't
like
say
you don't know what I'm talking
Don't-
about.
Don't tell them that.
So that is our target up there. Definitely don't fall into the creek. All right, we are getting closer, making our way up there. This is gorgeous.
Wow.
So, look what Susie found.
Wow.
Isn't this awesome?
I had no idea this was here.
Good job, Susie. This is all her discovery.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe we missed it before.
Yeah, we've been out here 3 times
Yeah.
and never seen this.
Never.
Okay, let's make our way to the campsite before it gets dark. That is a hell of a hole. Now folks, we do have to take a second here and to highly suggest to you all, do not go off trail. Unless like you're extremely good with land navigation and so on, do not go off trail.
That's right. Yeah, beginners getting out there, stick to the trails.
Yep, be smart.
Be smart for
Yep.
sure.
Now with that being said, we are still off trail. We have a ways to go before we get back on it. All right, love. Now,
right.
since we've gone through some heavy bush, deep
Yes.
leaves, let's go ahead and do a tick check.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Turn it back around. Okay.
Turn. And turn. And you look good.
Now, if you wanted to alter your life forever, get Lyme disease. You don't want it.
It's more than just Lyme
It's
disease.
true.
That's a huge danger. You know, we've had a really cold winter, but in the last week, Luke has gotten 2 ticks off of himself.
Right.
You know, so it doesn't matter how cold it's been or how cold it gets or if you have snow or don't.
Years ago, I did an overnight trip where it was snowing. Came home, there was a tick crawling on me. Anyways, lots of bad stuff with ticks. You don't want that stuff. So be diligent, check yourself often. Look at that blue sky. Woo! I cannot wait for tomorrow, love.
I can't wait either.
Sunrise.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I love being in the outdoors, and I think you guys know that. You guys can tell that we absolutely love it. You just never know what is right around the corner.
So true.
I mean, it might be a waterfall that very few people ever get to experience because it's off the beaten path. Snow 1 minute, sunshine the next. Life is good. Even when you have a face like this. Some people said that I looked like a pirate. Arr!
A pirate?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. Susie. Beautiful Susie.
Hello.
Where are we?
We have arrived at where we're camping.
Yes.
So
Let's go down here.
let's go check out the spot.
What an amazing spot.
I know. Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
At least for the night.
Yep, that's right.
A
I just
nickel.
found a nickel.
A nickel.
How about that? So, this is one of these rare antique nickels from 1991.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Like
god.
the 90s?
Ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna let you have it. You
Okay.
get to keep my findings.
That'll come in real handy.
It is time for some meds, ladies and gentlemen. I hate taking pills.
I know, but just do it.
I don't like taking pills at all unless I
Just do it.
absolutely have to. And
Take those two.
in this situation, in this case, I have to take these. And one of these is extremely gross. This one pill here is huge, but the thing is, like, it disintegrates the moment it touches your mouth. So it's like you put it in and it's just everywhere.
That is so gross.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
It is chilly, especially when you stop hiking.
Mm-hmm.
So let's set up our camp, and then we can have some tea.
That sounds
Something
good.
I won't mention. Can't mention it, but we'll get some tea.
Go ahead.
No, we're gonna have
Just
tea,
rub it in.
Okay? I didn't rub anything in.
Okay, seriously, I don't care. I'm getting to the point where I'm over my coffee. I don't have to have coffee anymore. I'm fine. Have I convinced you of that yet?
Have you convinced yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're going to take a moment here. We are going to set up camp first. The tent for tonight is from Big Agnes, and this has turned into one of my favorite tents. This is the Slater Ultralight 2-person. We've carried this all over the country. It was a godsend in Colorado. I mean,
yeah.
we had no idea how cold it was going to get that night.
That's
and
right.
we woke up with everything iced up. We were toasty warm inside of this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
And the temps are going to be cold tonight. Like I said, it is transitioning back to the cold. So tonight's actually going to be the coldest night that we've had since the beginning of the month.
Right.
So we've had weeks of warm temperatures. We've had our windows open.
I've been in shorts for weeks.
Yeah.
72, 74 degrees, whatever it's been.
But all that changes today. The windows were closed, the heat came back on, and so now we're prepared.
That's right. Taking a second here to kind of clean up. I forgot my ground sheet, so I don't want anything to puncture the bottom of my tent. Yeah, I may edit that in a funny way. We shall see. As you guys can see here, everything is set up, ready to go for the night. Oh yeah. His and hers. We have our backpacks underneath our sleeping pads. Has a makeshift pillow. That works pretty darn well, actually. Everything else we pulled out of the backpack for easy grabbing. Well, Susie, we are in pretty good shape for the night, aren't we?
We are.
Yes.
Yeah. So we just went out and built ourselves a bench at our camp spot, so we'll have somewhere to sit.
Heck yeah.
And I think it's about time to start the water for some tea.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, check this thing out. Yes, it is huge. This right here is the most important part. Susie, why don't you take a nice good old-fashioned sit?
Let me demonstrate how the bench works.
Ooh, fantastic. It's a great place to sit. It's a fantastic place to think.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And,
Yes.
and,
And eat.
yes.
And
Drink.
drink tea.
I wish I could have coffee.
Who said anything about coffee?
I would love some coffee, but it's okay. I'm okay. It really is okay.
Honey.
Yeah.
Is it really okay?
It's okay. Are you cold, Susie?
It's chilly.
Yeah.
A little cold. Are you?
No, not too bad.
I see your breath now, so it's
Yeah.
definitely dropped.
It's getting colder, that's for sure. Now, just in case you're wondering what those are, that is so that we can sit on this log without getting our butts wet. These are the stuff sacks for our sleeping bags, and they make for great seats as well.
There it goes.
Hi. All right.
Now, don't go breaking the bench.
Oh, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Okay, well, while this is too hot for me to drink, Susie loves it boiling, ungodly hot. I don't know how you drink it.
You sip it.
It's got to, like,
You
scald
sip
your
it.
insides.
No.
Yeah, well, it's not lukewarm, so I don't like it. But it does feel pretty good, though. Now, since I'm waiting, might as well talk about my illness, I guess you can call it. The reason why I'm not drinking delicious coffee. Ah, sweet
so
coffee.
sad.
It is. I've mentioned before in the past that I was suffering with an ulcer, which was caused by contaminated water from a water bottle filter, which was defective, it didn't work.
Yep.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
that is still the issue, but it has gotten to an extreme level. Basically, I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to lose some blood, which is pretty gross, but
Yeah, don't give them too much information, but.
yeah, so yeah, it's getting to a more serious stage. We've tried to take care of it before with some other medications and stuff, and that didn't work. This is a very resistant bacteria that apparently is in my gut, and basically it's just eating a hole through my stomach. I've been losing some blood, so I'm on some more meds. No coffee, no chocolate. Chocolate's not that big of a deal. Coffee's a big one.
We did have to go see a doctor for this, and in case you don't know, an ulcer is caused by bacteria, and things like caffeine can slow down the healing process. And since Luke has had this for so long, we don't want to do anything to slow it down even more. We want him to heal and get better. He can go back to drinking coffee. Of
Right.
course, the doctors say that you should always limit your caffeine intake. I don't think we're heavy coffee addicts.
No.
He is trying to abstain completely so that he can heal faster. So that's the reason for no coffee and chocolate. Also, alcohol, spicy foods.
Yep.
Basically, if you think of like a sore, like a canker sore that you can get in your mouth, anything that would irritate that is going to irritate an ulcer in your stomach. He has to take all this medication, which should be helping. I think for the past couple of days he's been feeling great.
Yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. The first night of the meds, I was hurting so bad. And basically that was like step one of the healing process, because like from what we understand, as that hole developed, I had pain. It
Right.
got bad, and then it got fine.
Yeah.
But that's actually a bad sign, because like there was so much blood involved
Yeah.
that it takes the pain away,
Yeah.
basically numbs that hole. So that first night, I was pretty miserable.
Yeah.
I was hurting pretty bad, and I had everybody over for fight night. Yeah, I couldn't drink coffee, couldn't drink alcohol. I'm hurting. Yeah, so it was
Just
still fun. I was
miserable.
miserable, though.
Miserable, but you're doing really good with the coffee
Yeah.
thing. I don't mean to tease you.
It's
I
all
just-
in good fun. I know that.
It's funny because I was telling his dad that, early on in our relationship, I never drank coffee. And you would give me such a hard time about it. And you even would say things
Come
like,
over.
like, we have nothing in common,
Nothing.
You
Until coffee, we were almost getting divorced.
just forget the fact that we had kids and that, we were in love. But no, I didn't drink coffee, and he would say, like, we have nothing in common. You don't drink coffee with me or nothing. Anyway, so I changed my habits and start drinking coffee.
Now I'm done.
So,
I don't want it.
no. Anyway, he will come back. He will.
I will come back to the dark side. As soon
It's-
as I get the A-OK from the doc. I've had this for so long, I'm tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like,
we
I will
want you
do.
to get better.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get over this,
Right.
because like
It sucks.
it sucks. Now there are many side effects to having an ulcer that have progressed to such a degree, And like over the last 6 months, I've really seen that and felt it, you know, like shortness of breath, a little bit of fatigue, pale complexion. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely want you to get better.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going to throw it out there. Studies have been done that show you will live longer if you include a little coffee
And alcohol.
and alcohol in your diet. So the latest studies say that you need coffee, alcohol, you need a hobby, and you need exercise.
Yeah.
Those 4 components is the key to a long, long life.
Right.
So let that sink in. We'll get you back to the dark side. You'll have at least morning coffee with me.
Oh, yeah. Can't
So-
freaking wait.
I guess you got another week and a half before we go back to see the doctor. Hopefully everything is well on its way to healing.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, it's like, I've always been good about, like, quitting my addictions, you know? Like, I used to smoke a long time ago. Quit that cold turkey. Coffee, quit it cold turkey. But, you know, it's interesting. Since I quit drinking coffee a couple of days ago, I've thought about smoking nonstop.
That is so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it
and
must
that's
be like...
a big no. Like, she
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
said, no, do not smoke.
Yeah.
That's bad for your ulcer, too.
Yeah, you will not heal if you're a smoker and you smoke. So, I mean, I would never go back to smoking. You know, like I'm one and done. I've done that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to go back to that until I know for a fact that I'm terminal, and then I'm lighting up.
Then you're lighting up. That just goes to show you guys, you know, contaminated water. I mean, wow. Who knew?
You really have to be careful with your water and your water filtration purification products. Like, I'm testing this stuff out for you guys. I lost on this one.
Yeah, you lost big time.
I've lost. Like,
Yeah.
that thing has funked me up for 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
Not cool.
yeah.
Not cool.
But hey, at least I was able to give you guys a straight up review and say, hey, don't buy that hunk of junk.
You don't want to find out this way, the way you had
No.
to find out. So,
Yeah.
did it cool off?
It's getting there. It's still extremely hot. I don't know how you're drinking it.
I'm just so tough.
You are. Her last baby came out sideways. She can get the luggage. She's strong.
Well, I think it's time for a snack. Maybe not dinner time yet, but we can have a snack.
Can I have a snack?
Yeah.
Yay!
Let's eat.
Great.
Yay.
Now, as you guys have noticed, Susan and I have not been running around collecting firewood, and there's a reason for that. You cannot have a fire here. We're out in the backcountry. Fires are not permitted at all. There's too high of a risk for forest fires out here, and we are in an area that's remote enough where that would be a huge problem.
Yep.
Now the plan is really to eat dinner, pretty much go to bed. I mean, we're not going to stay up too late because we have to get up around 3 o'clock in the morning, break down camp. We have miles to hike back up to the car, drop off our gear. Miles to hike up on top of the mountain, await the sunset. I almost got all that out. Await the sunrise.
Almost.
Yeah, but not quite. But thanks to the beauty of editing, I said that perfectly. Now the plan is really to eat dinner, pretty much go to bed. I mean, we're not going to stay up too late because we have to get up around 3 o'clock in the morning, break down camp. We have miles to hike back up to the car, drop off our gear. Get to the top of the mountain and await the sunrise. Like right now we're surrounded by these little birds and they're just hopping around, playing, eating, singing songs.
What an awesome way to end the evening. You know, our son Lucas, he has a pet bird that is a cockatiel. I don't know if you've ever talked about Bubbles. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they've heard Bubbles in
Yeah,
videos.
you guys do.
He's very loud. Cockatiels are so loud. But he can sing the most beautiful songs. Well, it's actually time for us to get dinner started because it's going to be dark soon. So, I'm going to start it, and we are having spaghetti from Mountain House tonight.
And that stuff is so incredibly good. Oh my gosh, do I love it. It's been a long time since I've had it.
Yeah, it's going to warm us up too, you know?
Yep, that's
Hot food in our bellies.
Very true. So while Susie's cooking dinner, check this out. What an amazing place to be, isn't it? This is pretty cool. So you have Susie here. Go up. You have these mountains, and look, the fog is rolling in. Oh, I cannot wait for this spaghetti. I love spaghetti in general. Spaghetti is definitely one of my favorite meals.
It's so good.
Is it good?
It's great.
This is how I eat spaghetti.
Good, isn't it?
Man. Woman.
Men and women are very different.
Yeah. Like a woman feels bad, she instantly goes to the doctor. Man feels bad. He waits 6 months until he's
bleeding. Then the doctor's like, and how would you rate your pain?
It hurts every once in a while. It's no big deal. I can handle it.
It's really not bad. Not bad.
Oh, man.
Men seem to downplay stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be weird if they were like super whiny. Like women can be that way, but it'd be weird if men were like that.
We come from a generation where a man was a man and a woman was a woman.
Yeah.
There's a shift taking place. I don't know if it's around the world, but it's definitely in the United States.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I have no idea.
It's just different.
I don't care what anybody does, as long as they just leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the wrong way to look at it too. I mean, you could easily argue that that's the wrong way to look at it. As far as the story goes, nothing too crazy lately. Now, last night, this morning, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. in the morning.
Sicily?
Yeah, Sicily.
No, I'm
Picture
just
this. Yeah. Golden Girls reference. My favorite show of all time.
My favorite show.
Yeah. I kid you not. I love that show.
I know.
I grew up watching that show. We had one channel, whatever. Anyway, so 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping. I wake up. And I mean, I'm wide awake too. And even I thought at the time, like, this is odd. Why am I so awake? I cannot go back to sleep. So I'm just laying there. And I feel something. And I grab my tablet, which I keep next to the bed, turn that on, turn the light up at the maximum, and there's a tick crawling across my chest. Like, you wake up in your bed and there's a tick crawling on you, you're gonna think crap's crawling all over you all night long. So, like, by 5 o'clock in the morning, I dozed for like 2 hours. I got up at 7. 3 o'clock is going to come very quick. And to help with our pleasant night's sleep, Susan and I, we just hiked up on top of the hill here so that we can get some cell phone service to send some messages to the kids, whatnot, say goodnight. As we're standing up there, she's on her phone, and right next to her is a bear track. Big old bear track.
Yeah.
So, bear bag, indeed. After we eat, that's going up. We're making sure not to spill any food around here.
Yeah.
We're in good shape.
Being careful. I'm actually ready for bed too. I can't wait to get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Tired. Another thing I like about camping is just you get to just relax, you know.
Anytime that I go out backpacking or even working at Lone Wolf Mountain, it's like a vacation to me. You turn off all this stuff in your life that really is just a source of stress. You know, I think it's really funny. People love Facebook, but so much stress originates from Facebook. The opinions of others and all these things that you really don't care about, but they clash with your own thoughts and feelings. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't care what anybody thinks. I don't really want to know what they're posting about. As a personal preference, I don't do Facebook, like, on a personal level. Mm-hmm. And that's why. I don't think you need to know every waking thought that your neighbor has, you know?
You know, you just know too much about everyone.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It is time to turn off this camera. I want to enjoy some Susie time. We will bring you all back when it's time for bed. So, Susie.
Hi.
Hi. Are you ready for bed?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too. I'm not, like, tuckered out yet, but I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yep.
It is really cold. That's why I'm still in my jacket and my hat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just stay cozy, and sometimes that's what you have to do.
Oh, yeah. Use your clothes as an additional layer. Mm-hmm. It helps. Well, everyone, we say goodnight now, but we will wake you all up around 3 o'clock in the morning. We have some hiking to do.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. You know, it's going to be cold. We know it's going to be chilly. We got to break down our camp, hike up a mountain, hike up another mountain. But we're going to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, babe.
Good night, honey.
Love you.
Love you. All right, everybody. Good morning. It is 3:20. Somehow we are awake. Susie, how did you sleep last night?
I actually slept great. I actually really did.
Yeah.
What about you?
I did. I slept good too. It's cold this morning.
It is chilly.
That frost is thick.
It is.
All right, the camp is broke down. Fresh battery in the camera. We are pretty much ready to go. Honey, you want some water?
I might take those a little bit, yeah.
Drink all you want to and dump out whatever you don't. Now, since we have our vehicle at the top of the mountain, we have water in the car. We do not need to carry all of this water back up the mountain. So we are going to dump out the rest, replenish at the car. This is going to be a pretty intense uphill blast. So every ounce counts. Good morning.
Good morning.
You ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do a once over.
Okay.
Make sure we didn't forget anything. Looks pretty good to me. Well, guys, let's get out of here. Let's chase the sunrise. You could see the reflectors, the trail markers up here. When I got out of the tent this morning, these two markers are like side by side. It looks like two red glowing eyes in the woods when I crawled out of the tent. We camped where Satan lives. So we are hiking along here and we're just talking about last night. Now Susan got cold, so we switched sleeping bags. I gave her my old Go Light sleeping bag and I took her quilt. So she stayed warm, I stayed warm. It was a great night. Now with that sleeping bag, I've had that thing forever, right?
Yeah.
And that thing has seen me on all sorts of crazy fun adventures. Years ago, my brother and I and our buddy Chris, we went camping. Stealth camping on top of this mountain, someplace we were not supposed to be. My buddies, they don't really do a whole lot of backpacking. We're hiking through the woods. They're carrying pillows, like off of their bed. Like all these gigantic bags and crap, all this stuff they bought from Walmart. So we set up camp. It's time to go to bed, time to go to sleep. Hop inside of my sleeping bag, my Go Light there. And oh, I am so comfortable, sleep great. Ira and Chris just about froze to death that night. And my buddy Chris, he brought a blanket and he brought a Bigfoot costume to sleep in.
Oh my god.
He used a Bigfoot costume as insulation.
That's funny.
That's funny.
And then a couple of weeks later, there were strange reports of Bigfoot.
That's right.
Secrets out.
Secrets out. That's a funny memory from the past. Chris in his Bigfoot costume. All right, Susie's going to be brave. Cross the water first. Go, Susie. She's got this, folks. Oh yeah. Good job. All right.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah.
made it.
You're a pro.
Yeah.
This uphill's pretty brutal, isn't it?
It's very brutal.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
The viewers do not understand what we are facing with this trip to make it to the top of this mountain. Or mountains, I don't know.
It's worth it though.
Heck yeah, it is going to be beautiful. Here we go.
There we go.
Second part of this trip is now on. We are headed up this mountain. This is going to be super steep. Susie has our day bag with water, stove, coffee, tea. We are going to take turns carrying it. We will see you all at the top. Susie,
Oh, we made it.
how are you?
I'm definitely wore out.
That was not easy.
I was miles and miles uphill.
They have no idea how steep that was.
No.
I mean, it was almost vertical at times.
Oh gosh. So we're at like an elevation of 5,500. I don't know. What did we start at?
Probably 3,000 something. Yeah. Let's find a place to sit. Let's await the sunrise.
It better freaking happen.
The sun better come up today. This is my city here. As you can see, there's not a whole lot going on, is there? Folks, it is time for some coffee for Susie, some tea for me, snack time, and then it's time to watch the sun come up. I think we have a pretty good spot. The sky over here is starting to turn red already, and it is freezing up here.
Oh, it's so cold.
It's so cold up here. So we're sitting around our fire here, warming up a little bit. I cannot wait to hold this in my hands.
I know. I'm like, oh, I want it so bad.
It is definitely cold. The sun is about to begin rising, so here in a moment we'll switch over. We'll do a time lapse of the sunrise. My face is numb.
It's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing just a little bit. Since my face has been shaved, I have no protection.
Cold face.
Yeah. Now I know what she feels like.
Yes, now he knows.
We will go to the time lapse in just a moment. It is going to be beautiful. So everyone, as you can see there, we have a little bit of fire in the sky coming on. It is time for the sunrise. Tea, coffee, Susie, Luke, the Outdoor Gear Review, you all. Let's watch this. Let's enjoy it. Wow, everybody.
Yep. Wow.
It's gorgeous. It was worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
Yep. Now, this was not an easy trip.
No, I think about, I guess 4:30, it starts hitting the fatigue and you're just like, oh gosh, what am I doing? And then you just have to power through.
Yeah. Hiking up this mountain, it's super steep. Like, you kind of feel sick to your stomach because your stomach's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like so much work. You go from sleeping to you're wide awake, you have to pack up, you have to start hiking.
Right.
Definitely grueling, but so worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 4 hours later from the time that we woke up.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was an amazing, my face is so frozen, I can't talk.
Mine is too.
It was an amazing sunrise. Folks, thank you all so much for joining us for this trip. We appreciate you all. Support us on Patreon if you like what you see here. More adventures are to come. Guys, take care, stay warm. Let's go get some heat.
Heat and food.
Yeah, heat and food. We're out of here.
Yep.
See you guys later. Strength and
Bye.
honor.
Bye.
Bye.